You're traveling to another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. Your next stop. The Joe Zone. Episode 13. Election Day. It's all over for Joe. Walk into this room at your own risk. Because it leads to the future. Not a future that will be, but one that might be. Not going to be for sure. This is not a new world. It's not Joe's world. An extension of what began in the old one. It has patterned itself after every dictator who has ever planted the ripping imprint of a boot on the pages of history since the beginning of time. It has refinements, technological advances, and a more sophisticated approach to the destruction of human freedom. It's not going to happen. Every one of the superstates that preceded it, it has one iron rule. Logic is an enemy and truth is a menace. And truth won. Any ideology that fails to recognize the worth, the dignity, the rights of man, that state is obsolete.
Forgetting where he started his campaign.
I never believed it would be this much in jeopardy. We launched our campaign over on the Oval back in May 9th, 2019. But you know what I said then, we've been through a lot since then.
It's hard to watch, guys, seriously. That's just the start. Here's Joe Biden jumbling up his words and saying, I am Finnegan Biden's grandmom, and then going, that's his grandma. Check this out.
Silly girl. And I am Finnegan Biden's grandma. That's her grandma, and I'm her grandpa.
Jesus, man. Like my dad.
1 in 100 Black Americans. It's going to be 1 in 1,000 Black Americans.
Check out this one, trying to pander in Pennsylvania, claiming that he has an Eagles jacket.
I was very happy to have the moniker being known as Pennsylvania's 3rd senator. I know Philadelphia well. I married a Philly girl, by the way. And by the way, I got my Eagles jacket on.
Well, if we enhance and zoom in on the picture, turns out it was a Delaware Blue Hens jacket. The man is out of touch. He's
Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by God. I have a record of over 40 years
of loser.
That I'm going to beat Joe Biden. I got in trouble when we were running against the senator who was a Mormon. The governor.
This is the man who wants to become the president of the United States.
Not happening.
Seriously, are you kidding me? And that's just one of his issues. I mean, that's probably the most. Gotta start off with this moment right here. If you guys watch his education, you might have seen this meme already, but the president played the meme on the Jumbotron at his rally.
Brock and I think it's a right for people to have handicapped care. Folks, we got a lot of work to do. I don't only need you to get me elected, I need you once I'm elected. I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
And I told you guys, the president's in really good...
I don't only need you to get me elected, I need you once I'm elected. I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
And I told you guys, the president's in really good spirits. And what he was laughing at was this meme right over here.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure. I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
Tonight's clips are courtesy of the liberal hive mind.
All of the time, but it seems as though he constantly outdoes himself. Every time you think it cannot get any worse with Joe Biden, it does, and he surprises you, even when you think you've seen it all. But Joe was just in Michigan with his buddy Barack Obama. They're now campaigning together to hopefully secure the state, which is very much up for grabs for Donald Trump. And that specific campaign event was a complete, monumental train wreck. You know, it makes sense why Joe Biden must keep everything on the hush-hush. In fact, they've been keeping their campaign events in Michigan private and by invitation only. only, and that's because they don't want you to see Joe Biden. The more people see him, the more he tanks in the polls. And it makes sense why. When I show you guys his performance at this, quote, rally, you will understand why they're trying to hide their campaign events. And actually, speaking of that, we're not going to cover this in too much detail. So yesterday, the meme was this.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
True.
Rock and I think it's a right for people to have bad health care.
What gets?
Joe Biden! Joe Biden!
Looking for his mask.